all, thank you all for coming out to share what for the team, this year's team and for past year's teams is an important moment. It's really a moment to honor the founder and what really is the heart and soul of this team, Miriam Pitts. So thanks for coming to help us do that. I'm going to talk very briefly, uncharacteristically, about the interconnection between Miriam and the soul and inspiration she was for the team and the boat. Both have a legacy. This boat, some of you know, was rowed by the women's Olympic team a couple of years ago to a silver in the Pan Am Games. The next year, our girls rowed it to a national gold medal in the national championships. This year, the girls, two of those girls continued on. Two additional girls rowed it to a silver medal in the national championships. So it has its own legacy, and that legacy is intimately intertwined with Miriam Pitts' legacy. That's what we want to talk about today. And I'm going to turn the talk over to Peter because Peter coached with her much longer than I. So Peter. Right.
Thanks. Yeah, whenever I talk about Miriam, whenever I talk about Miriam, I get the habit of kind of choking up. So I actually wrote down a few things today to help me get through this. But being a high school coach is the best job I've ever had. And that was true in 1985 in Massachusetts when I was coaching St. John's High School. And it's even more true today. And to have this opportunity to be here, I owe it all to Miriam. They say nothing is accomplished without taking the first step. And the greatest of achievements has the most daunting first step. But Miriam never fell to what frequently befalls the rest of us, and that's being afraid to take that first step. She was fearless. I never would have done what she was able to do with this program, as much as I loved coaching high school rowing. She had the courage to dare to think that we could start a rowing program on a pristine public body of water, and then convince the county and various benefactors to build a boathouse and then fill it with boats. It took a lot of gall that most of us don't have. But because she was that type of person, we all have her to thank for so much. This facility is actually her second greatest accomplishment to rowing in this community. The first is the building of the character, determination, and pride in the young people she coached. Every email she sent out proclaimed that free will is the ultimate responsibility. It was a lesson she taught incessantly, and it made all the kids stronger. You know, last week we were standing by the trailer when we were at Stotesbury Cup up in Philly. And we were looking over at the shell truck next to us. And the school had a boat that was named Boaty McBoatface. I thought it was funny too. And I figured, I bet they let the kids pick that name. Well, Craig let our rowers name this one, and they could not have done a better job. This past weekend, up at SRAA's, we saw boats named Against All Odds, Intensity, Determination, and No Surrender. And this boat here encompasses all of those sentiments, wrapped up into one extraordinary individual, Miriam Pitts. Why did they choose to call it Mama Pitts? Because Miriam sometimes referred to herself that way. But when she did, it meant you better watch out. If you let your grades slip, Miriam would say, you're going to spend time with Mama. And what that meant is you're going to be going to her classroom during lunch. She was going to make sure you finished your homework. Whenever she said Mom, it was a challenge for all of us to be our best. You know, Miriam embodied a holistic attitude before it was really a thing. She valued every aspect of her rowers' lives, as much as their performance on the water. And boy, did they perform. As Craig mentioned, this boat alone has claimed 2 state championships, won 2 medals at Stotesbury, and taken both a silver and a gold medal at Scholastic Nationals. So how could it be named anything else? I'd now like to introduce Wiley, this year's team captain. You going to say a few words?
Miss Pitts. First time I met her was actually a one-on-one session in the boathouse. She was showing me how to row on one of the ergs. And it was going pretty well, and then halfway through, this massive rainstorm comes over the boathouse. Like, to the point where she's 2 feet away from me while I'm on the erg, and I can't hear a word she's saying. And she's yelling for me to pull my arms in. I think she did. And all that for like another 20 minutes. And then hop off and I go home. And that was my first experience with Miss Pitts. And that kind of chaotic experience that was kind of crazy. I didn't know what was going on, but I still learned from it. I still learned a bit about rowing, about technique, the sport itself. She was talking about it during that session. That kind of chaotic, but didactic style was very, I don't know, let's describe as kids to me. And I think that was how I should follow through with rowing, and how I should kind of go as I row, and as I kind of go through life and grow up, you know, be crazy, but do it with style and learn.
Wiley, was there another guy that wanted to speak?
Another guy, I think James was.